Nash is so tired after playing so hard with his new friend Siggy. Aren't you, buddy? He had a little bit of an outburst trying to share his favorite toy, his Chewy, but other than that, we gave him like a B+ for his behavior. Brian went to check the mail this afternoon, and y'all know that we bought this house this year, and our realtor sent us this cute little ornament. I can't flip it over because it has our address on the back, but that was sweet of her. And then also another package came, which happened to be this Aerie package. Remember how I had to like place a new order because my other one was taking forever to show up? I'm already wearing this one super cute fuzzy sweatshirt, but I can't believe how quickly it came in. I do have to return these leggings because I'm actually wearing them right this very second. So those have to go back, but I need to try these on. These are just little like pajamas that were on super sale. And then I'm definitely keeping this sweatshirt that I'm wearing. It is so comfy. Let me show it to you in a mirror. Okay, so it's kind of on the longer side, but the sides have slits, which I always think is pretty flattering. And I just got this neutral kind of like, I don't know, beigey color because I felt like it would go with a lot of things. It's pretty lightweight, and the underside of it is kind of like a sweatshirt material, and then it has fuzzies on the outside. So basically flip a sweatshirt inside out, and that's what this is. And it is super duper comfortable. They had this in like a bunch of different colors. I just wanted to go with a neutral so that I could wear it with any color leggings basically. All right, I am going to quickly do this, well, 30 minutes worth of Toon Day's holiday ride, which I'm pretty excited about. And then I've got to get ready, and then it's basically time for me to start prepping dinner. And I should have picked something easier, but we're gonna do the juicy indoor burgers from the Define Dish. We've made these before and they really are so good. It just involves a little bit of time and prep. So I'm gonna spend some time doing that, and I'll take you along with me. But for now, time to get a little sweat on because I didn't do anything yesterday. And I think this one will be really fun. See, Peloton knows I love Toon Day. Let's see. It's not up here. What the heck? Did I make up that Toon Day had a 30-minute holiday ride? I saw that it was live this morning, and I don't typically know how long it takes for them to make it like accessible for all people, but I don't see it on here at all. This is so bizarre. So I may try this. I want to do a holiday ride because we only have so many days left. So I may do this Leanne Hainsby ride. I've never taken her before, and it's 30 minutes, and it's also festive. I'm sad, but it's okay. Leanne, I'll give you a shot. Peloton ride is complete. It was alright. It was nothing to write home about, but I'm glad that I tried a new instructor, and she was like super peppy and fun. I've never taken from Leanne Hainsby before, and her family seems like a ton of fun. She was telling all these sorts of holiday stories, which was kind of cool, but I think that my mind just wasn't fully in it today, so I don't blame her at all. It's all me. But now I am chopping up some sweet potatoes and some regular potatoes. We're gonna use our air fryer for some juicy indoor burgers that we're cooking for my family tonight. So I'm gonna continue to chop. I've got to get things ready. I'm running way behind because I decided to do a Monday summary since I didn't get to the Sunday summary yesterday. Long story short, I've got to put the pedal to the metal. So, okay, see you, bye. Okay.
What?
It looks like a UFO. What's he doing?
Just running around the yard with half his face covered in leaves.
Oh. Okay, well, the last thing that you saw was me in a time lapse cutting sweet potato fries, but what you did not see was us actually like cooking everything. It turned into just kind of a mad dash, and I mentioned that I was like behind schedule, and it ended up taking a really long time to cook everything, but the juicy indoor burgers turned out really, really good, and I'll be sure to link that recipe in the description box. Brian had bought these really good brown butter cookies is what they're called. It's just like a chocolate chip cookie made with brown butter. They were delicious. My little brother had turned on Home Alone, so I think I'm gonna sit down and watch the very end of Home Alone. And we have our tree set to the colored lights. Ah! It looks like Brian turned off Home Alone. Well, we have our tree set to the colored lights. We haven't really done that this season, so it's good for the ambiance, but I may try to knock out some of my book because I talked about in my Monday summary today that I'm really behind in reading that. So that could be something good to do tonight as well. I just want to do Christmassy things. Good morning. Vlogmas Day
22, right? Yeah. I'm in the process of chopping up little Hershey Kisses because I'm making another batch of those like banana oat cookies, and we didn't have any chocolate chips and I didn't want to sacrifice the chocolate, and I had gotten this bag on sale at the grocery not too long ago, and so I just figured this would be a good way to use these up. And then I didn't personally eat the entire bag of Hershey's Kisses, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of shaving these, and I think that it actually might be really nice. It might like melt down and be a little bit more even, so there won't be like chunks of chocolate, so it'll just be a little bit different. But fun fact, this is my favorite candy of all time, just plain old chocolate. And a Hershey Kiss or a Hershey bar, it all gets it done. Some other things on the docket today, I think that, well, we had those plumbing issues, so we had a standing plumbing appointment, so that's gonna get done. We're also getting new windows, and so we have somebody just coming to the house. We don't even have to talk to them. They're just like testing the paint on our house.
When we brush Nash, he turns into a crazy guy. One of my friends said he looks like a mad scientist, which I think is very accurate. He said, "What's that? Can you show me, Mom? Don't eat your hair, that's gross." That's gross. It is a fun game to brush baby Nash, though. Brush, 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 brush. Boop, 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 boop. We officially have a working middle toilet, which is great. And some things I didn't show you just because it was kind of crazy at our house because the plumber kept having to come like in and out because they were running some machine to fix things, is that I did end up making that homemade pizza kit, which was delicious. However, it came with full bulbs of roasted garlic. And while I love garlic, y'all know this because, let me turn this down a little bit. I double garlic in every recipe, really love it, but I'm really strange about like those full bulbs of garlic that are sometimes found on pizza. So I did end up chopping those up and kind of dispersing them around, which I think added more garlic flavor because they weren't just concentrated in certain areas. So anyway, it was very tasty. Nash was the goodest boy with the plumber here. And when they had to open the doors and everything, he was so good. He didn't try to run out. I've just been on the couch kind of taking it easy, watching Hallmark movies. I might get out a puzzle. Brian's dad, back before Thanksgiving, gave us this Harry Potter puzzle, and we haven't started it yet. And so I think I may do that. I just hope that our table is big enough to accommodate it. We'll see. I was just looking for the puzzle. I could have sworn it was in one of these things, but then I discovered all of our Christmas movies, and I feel like this should shed some light. Oh, please disregard how unorganized this is. But this should help shed some light on my favorite Christmas movies ever because they're the limited ones that I own. We have the Home Alone Classic, which of course we bought this before it was available on Disney Plus. The Holiday. This is probably top 3 movies of all time for me. And I kind of view this as like a Christmas/New Year's movie because there's no real New Year's movies out there. This one kind of spans both holidays, so I like to watch this multiple times during both of those little seasons, and it's a great thing to watch after Christmas when you're already like missing the holiday season. And then my number one, the Santa Claus. I had to buy this not too long ago because my parents had the one copy that we had, and so I needed one for my own. White Christmas, this one is also really up there, and again, it's been on Netflix forever, but in the event that they take it off, I need access to it. Love this movie. In fact, I went through this whole stage in life where I was determined to watch all of the movies from like this era. Not all of them, but I went on like a Audrey Hepburn binge and just trying to take in all of these old movies that you could find on Netflix. Really love that. So if you didn't know about me, I'm a pretty old soul when it comes to these things, mostly because of my mom. She loves them too. Anyway, let's continue with the Christmas movies. I also have this great one. We used to play this really fun game on Christmas Eve. I need to flip it around again to tell you the story. So we used to play this really fun game on Christmas Eve where my dad would give all of us, I think it was like $20, and we all had to go to the same store as a family, and you had to covertly buy somebody in your family a gift. Like we would draw names before we would leave the house, and it was really fun because you're like dodging your family in the actual store that you're in, and then you all had to ride home together in the same car, and you had to have it hidden. So if you needed to pack blankets before you went to hide things, you had to do that, put it under your shirt, or like ask for additional bags or something. So one year my dad had me, and this is one of the ones that he ended up getting me. me, and it's awesome because I love Hallmark Christmas movies. I really like this one, A Very Merry Mix-Up, hilarious plot. But this one with Joey Lawrence, this is like legitimately good movie, makes me LOL. These other two, I mean, I honestly don't know if I've watched either of those. So maybe I need to do that. That's a good one. This is another Hallmark movie that I just own because it was so good. This is the one that I told you I was watching on YouTube. They have it streaming in really good quality with limited commercials. And the little kid actor in this is so good. The acting is good. The writing is good. Really, really like this one. Very classic. Elf, of course we own this. Although this feels empty. Huh. Maybe it's in our DVD player. I need to check for that because that would be tragic if I don't actually have that anymore. I don't know if you can count this as a Christmas movie, but it definitely starts at Christmas time. So if you do count it, we love Sleepless in Seattle. I also have You've Got Mail. Those are my top two just in general favorite movies of all time. More on Christmas, A Charlie Brown Christmas. I love Charlie Brown. Used to collect the comics when I was little. So I think I'm about to watch this while I do the puzzle. And then also Jack Frost. We were talking about this as a family not too long ago. Such a good movie, but also kind of strange, but it was really good. It was sad. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but this is one that was in theaters and stuff. Ha ha, I found it. It was in our DVD player. So I guess this is what we were watching it on not too long ago, but I do not remember putting this DVD in. What's interesting though is that as a general rule, we just like really don't buy movies. A lot of those are left over, and Christmas movies that I want to have access to from year to year to year, I will definitely purchase without question. I don't hesitate, but for like normal movies, unless they're in my like top 10, I don't really own them. Are you a movie buying person? One of my very best friends still buys a ton of movies, and we just don't. It's interesting. Here is the puzzle I'm about to get started on. I was like, oh, I'll do the outside pieces, but look at this. All of the outsides are like the exact same. So this is gonna be really tricky. Brian's dad already did it and warned us that this one was pretty hard, but here goes nothing. You need to pick two, right? Did we open one yesterday?
I don't know, but how many days until Christmas?
It's the 22nd. So you open them till Christmas Eve. So 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So you're right. We just need to open one.
Oh, but isn't the 24th Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
You open it last one on Christmas Eve?
Correct.
Okay. Here, little baby.
Baby said, I still want some. That looks like a Hershey Kiss or something. Not our Hershey Kiss. What?
Is that about Reese's?
Reese's Cup, yeah.
It's a Lara Bar cinnamon swirl.
Ooh, that actually sounds delicious. And it's a kid version.
Mini cinnamon roll Lego.
Baby, her kids? It's for me?
Get that little booty down.
Kids Rockin' Strawberry. And it's B-E-A-R-Y, like a bear.
Ah.
Is this what you opened, the strawberry bar? Or is it different?
Different, I think.
This is cute. Cuckoo head. Good boy. So we already talked about some shipping delays in a prior Vlogmas. Well, now one of Brian's Christmas presents has been a little bit affected by it, and I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I'll just tell you what it is. I'll just tell him not to watch this Vlogmas. But okay, so when we walk Nash in the morning, it's like 20, 30 degrees sometimes, and it's really, really cold. He lost his long underwear long ago. We have no idea where it went, how it got lost, potentially in the move. We have no earthly idea. So I ordered him some more. It's not a very fun thing, but I ordered 2 pair of them just so that one would always be clean. I think I ordered them probably at this point 15 days ago, I think. And now it's been updated. They're going to be delivered on December the 28th. It's really fine. I'm just going to print out this picture
and then wrap it up. So he still has something fun to kind of open, and it'll come in later and we'll just keep the celebration going. But that's the latest. So this is officially the last present that I have to wrap. I think Brian still has all of his presents to wrap. So it's just funny how we're so opposite, because I love to wrap things. Like, I will clamor to wrap whatever I can. And he's like, oh, that's the worst part. Like, isn't buying the gift enough? Like, what? 10 years later, and I finally finished my book. I was falling asleep a little bit, but woke back up because it really picked up the pace there toward the end of the book, I will say. It was really like this for most of the time. Then toward the end, things really went well. By the way, it was The Tourist Attraction by Sarah Morgenthaler. And so now I think, since I'm still awake and still reeling from the ending of that book, which is really good, by the way, and the second in the series already came out. It came out in October of this year. So I need to get that. It's a Christmas book, but I highly doubt I can get my hands on it within, I don't know, the next day. So I think I'm about to start reading the second book in the series of The Royal We. It's called The Heir Affair. And I think there's only 2 books in that series, but I could be wrong. So anyway, Nash and I are calling it a night. He's over here curled up next to me, and we will see you for the final Vlogmas video, which will be the next one. I think I'm just going to do the 23rd and the 24th. So we'll see you in the next one.